So you clicked on this video because you're renting in Loudoun County and you want to know if buying or renting is better. Well, stay tuned because I'm going to break it down for you. Hi, my name is Laura Griffin. I'm a top-selling real estate agent in the Loudoun County area, and some people know me as the Loudoun Mom. I run a very popular mom's group here called the Loudoun Moms. And you clicked on this video because you want to know about owning versus renting in Loudoun County. So maybe you're renting, trying to decide, is owning better? Are prices going to come down? Is renting better? Well, let's talk a little bit about that. If this is the first time to our channel, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that way you don't miss any of the new content that we're pushing out in this year. So owning versus renting. I have this conversation weekly with clients. I have actually 2 clients right now who've been long-term renters, and we had this conversation and talking about what were the pros and the cons for them, especially in Northern Virginia at Loudoun County, where home prices are expensive, but rents are equally as expensive. So let's talk about it. Number one is owning will yield an investment to you. And how so? So my mortgage broker actually will send you a breakdown, and I really like this because a lot of times, my rent might be $2,600, but my mortgage payment all in might be, $2,800. So I'm really going to be spending $200 a month versus what I'm paying in rent. But at the end of the day, it actually might be to your advantage to buy versus renting because of the tax advantages. There can be, depending on your situation, there can be numerous tax advantages that you can take on as a homeowner versus a renter. And also renting, when you're renting a home and not owning the home, you're giving away the appreciation, right? So in our area, last year, for instance, we saw 17% appreciation in home values last year. So imagine if, the landlord got that appreciation, but you didn't. So imagine if you had owned that home and you had a 17% appreciation in your home. That would be huge, right? So renting doesn't build as much wealth. Owning a home does build up wealth. There's tax deductions and also getting that appreciation year over year. In our area, usually the average is between 3 and 7%. So 17% was a good jump. I was looking at what Zillow was forecasting for 2022, and they're saying about on average in our area is going to be a 12% appreciation. So that's a huge jump, and it's definitely going to build wealth for you and your family. So number 2 is renting makes your landlord rich. How so? You're making those monthly mortgage payments for them. So they're paying down the principal in their house every month, and they're gaining the equity of you paying down, because basically your rent's paying down their mortgage, right? So they're getting equity by paying down the principal balance in their mortgage. They're also getting what we talked about before, the appreciation. So as home prices are going up, they're earning more money that way and becoming wealthier. And you're making their mortgage payments for them. So stop making the landlord's mortgage payments, make your mortgage payments and help build wealth for yourself. So number 3 is rents are going up. Interest rates are still historically low. They have jumped up a little bit since Christmas. We're in Q1 of 2022 when I'm filming this. So they have gone up a little bit, and the experts are projecting they'll jump up a little bit this year, but they're still at historic lows. Currently they're at 3.5%, give or take. I know when I bought my first house, they were at 6%. I know my parents talk about in the 80s when they bought a house, I think my dad said it was like 17%. So our rates at the 2% that we saw in like 2.5, like we saw in 2020 and 2021, no, but 3% is still cheaper than when I first bought a house, when it was 6% plus, and when most likely your parents bought in the 80s. So rates are still really low, and in our area, rents are really high. I get clients coming to me all the time. They're moving from other areas. They're looking at renting and what they can get for rent, in most cases, they can buy something and pay the same payment. So it's, rates are high or low, rents are high. So it definitely can be to your advantage buying a home. Number 4 is stability. And, I mentioned I run a mom's group, the Loudoun Moms. We have over 10,000 moms in our groups, and they all have kids, right? So stability is a huge thing, especially if you have kids. You want to be stable. At any point, your landlord could say, I'm selling this house. Or when your lease comes up for a renewal, they may say, nah, I decide I'm not going to rent to you this year. We're going to move back in. We're going to rent to somebody else. We're going to sell the house. All those different things can happen. The landlord can sell the house while you're renting, and you can take on a new landlord. They still have to obviously abide by your lease, but you're getting a new landlord that you don't know. So definitely owning your home provides stability. You don't have to worry every 12 or 24 months when your lease comes due. Are we staying? Are we going? Are we going to change schools if you have children? Or maybe my commute's going to be longer to work, or maybe you're teleworking now and it's like, am I going to still have a home office in the next rental? So definitely providing that stability that I think everyone craves and needs in their life. Owning definitely provides that stability versus renting. And number 5 is make it your own. If you're a DIY HGTV junkie like I am, you want to make your house your own. And if you're renting, in most cases in the lease, it's going to state that you can't make any improvements, you can't paint a wall, you can't do anything unless the landlord gives you approval. So being able to make it your own is so exciting, and something that you can do if you own the house versus renting. If you want to paint the walls purple, you can paint the walls purple. If you want to change out countertops, if you want to redo the backyard, if you want to get rid of the grass and add, flower beds, whatever you want to do, you can do it because you own the house. So another advantage to renting or to owning versus renting is being able to have the house the way you want it, to be able to do what you want and not have to, have another landlord tell you what you can and cannot do. Going over the 5 things that kind of are advantages to renting versus owning are stability, being able to do what you want. There is building wealth and giving you tax advantages. The other one is rents are going up. Interest rates are still really, really low. And stop renting because you're making your landlord rich. So if you have any questions about buying or selling or renting in the Loudoun County, Northern Virginia area, I'd love to be a resource for you. Again, my name is Laura Griffin. I'm with Pearson Smith Realty. My phone number is 571-354-7325, or feel free to email me at the link below. Have a great day.